as you aware of in our software field, we'll come up with so many life cycle models. Those are nothing but like waterfall model, V model, agile methodology, software testing life cycle model, then prototyping model, rapid application development model, and another model is like prototyping model. Okay, so these are the different life cycle models we'll come up with. But in all these models, okay, so in all these models, the important models are V model and agile methodology. So that is what we will discuss. These models really not at all important during starting days of your IT industry. People were using, but nowadays nobody is using. Just for awareness purpose, if you remember what is what, that is more than enough. So we go little bit quick. So those are nothing but like spiral model, rapid application development model, and prototyping model. Normally during starting days of your IT industry, what is the situation is like, IT industry was not that much developed, right? So at a startup position, how exactly you have to come up with developing any of the application. Another important thing is like during starting days, even today also, most of the clients doesn't know how we develop our software applications and what is their exact business, what are their business needs for their businesses, which kind of modules or which kind of features we may come up with development activities. We may go for like software. Really, clients also not aware of. So at that time, simply I have to say means uh, clients don't have what are their requirements, don't have clear picture about their requirements. So at that time, these are the best models to go for, either spiral model or rapid application development model or prototyping model. So waterfall model or V model, whenever you have 100% clear requirements before starting up the project, then those are the good models to go for. But most of the applications during starting days of your IT industry, you don't have clear requirements. So requirements will be frequently changing or don't have clear requirements. Best example, telecom. When you will get new plan or when you get change request, nobody can assure. Okay, so those are the kind of applications are best suited to go for either of these model. Okay, spiral model. Okay, so in spiral model, what is the thing is like, during testing standards, CMM level implementation, I could have told you like, uh, client, whatever the features he is having today, he will give it to you. Okay, so for that one, what it is like, business analyst gets involved. They will be gathering their requirements completely from client, then understand. Okay, and then they will review and send it to designers or architects for design. Then designer send them to development, like then testing. So this is like cycle. So then they will go for like releasing it to customer. Once they release customer, after that he may not satisfy the application whatever he received, or he may come up with more enhancements or more features. Then what you have to do, again you have to come up with analysis, again you have to come up with design, what are the features he changed or enhancements he come up with, again you have to come up with development testing. So like this, the cycle will be repeatedly happening, like analysis, design, development, testing, release and maintenance, repeatedly happening until whole your application gets ready. Okay, it will be repeatedly happening until whole of your application gets ready. So that is the reason you're considering it as like spiral model. That means the cycles will be repeatedly happening in between excuse me, like clients and company. In between client and company, these two cycles will be repeatedly happening until whole application gets ready. So which situations you may go for this kind of approach? Normally when you don't have clear requirements, or you doesn't know, or client doesn't know clear function of that his requirements, so at the time only you go for this is the kind of approach. Okay, so this is nothing but like spiral model. So these days nobody is going for, you just be aware of what is what. Okay, so users the advantage see, every model have its own advantages as well as drawbacks. So here users, that means like clients I made here. Users means end users. That means clients only, right? So clients see what's happening in your system. So that's what he doesn't like it, the existing functionality. So what he do? No, I don't want that feature. I want something else. Like that client will communicate very easily to you and immediately. So that is the advantage of like your spiral model. And design does not have to be perfect. So that means like it doesn't mean like you may come up with wrong design. Okay, so once you release it to customer, you are sure like he may come up with or he may modify. So that's why by chance it will go for like a little bit like perfect, it's not really a problem. And another important thing is like client will be in touch at any point of time. So that's why time to time the client's priority may get vary, right? So that's why critical or important modules will get into place first. Okay, so that is another advantage of like your spiral model. Early, and that is what if something went wrong, you will get feedback in early phases of your application. So that is the advantage of like your spiral model. The disadvantage is like model is very complex. It's like once you come up with a specific code, again you have to change. Repetitive tasks may uh, happen. So that is the reason. It's like headache, right? If it is simple modification, people can do very well. But if it is like complex or huge means, at that time you have to come up with creating test case. Even developers also have to take a risk. So this one go for very complex, and user are unsure about their needs. That is what when you go for spiral model or rapid application development model or as a or prototype model is this is the thing. Okay, when users are not sure about their needs, then only you go for like spiral model. Developers must be reassigned during non-development phase. Okay, so task will be reassigned again and again. Spiral may continue forever. So time spent for evaluating risk too large for small or low risk. Even the simple thing, you may get a chance to put like a longer amount of time. So that is the another major drawback of like your spiral model. Okay, so this is nothing but like a spiral model. Like then you go for like rapid application development model. Uh, PPTs. Mm, oh, here also you don't have diagram. Okay. So, okay, best example I will take you. If you take your mobile phone, so your requirement is like this one mostly for products. Remember, rapid application development model, people mostly go for products. Why you go for products? Today, let us suppose your requirement is you have to make car. So client will come to you and give his requirements like making car feature. So today you will gather requirements for like making call, analysis, design, development, test, releasing it to customer. Done. That portion done. After few days, customer come up with like feature SMS messaging feature. Then the existing feature you will enhance with additional feature like SMS. Integrate with or enhance with SMS. Then again you have to come up with analysis, design, development, testing for this feature, integrate with SMS and deliver it to client. It's going on for 2 years or 3 years. After few days, he come up with MMS, multimedia message. Let us assume. So then existing function, existing application, you should integrate with MMS. After few days, they come up with internet like 2G. After few days, 3G. After few days, NG. Like that, that is what happening in your real time, right? In your real life. Okay. So that's why I said this is the application. This is a model is pretty good, pretty much suit for like your products. Okay. So at that point of time, that means like day by day your application is getting enhanced. But what is the difference between like spiral model and rapid application development model? You may get confused. In spiral model, the existing feature itself he may come up with change requests. But that is not the case in your rapid application development model. Today, what are the feature he come up with? That's done. Tomorrow, he is coming up with enhancement, not coming up with like change request for existing feature. That is the difference between like spiral model and rapid application development model. You may get confused. So that is the reason. Be clear. This is what is the difference between like spiral model and rapid application development model. So reduced cycle time and improved productivity. And remember another thing, all these models have similar advantages and similar drawback with little bit less or more. Okay, so focus more from documentation to code directly. Time box approach mitigates cost and schedule risk, so uses modeling concepts to capture information about business data and process. So you have to capture data or what is the see for making call feature, the process capturing data, everything entire stuff is different, right? Exactly like that SMS, the approach you have to follow for SMS is entirely different. Again MMS, if you take what you will make during call is entirely different for MMS, right? So like that, at that point of time you may follow different data capturing modeling concepts. Okay, so that is I think, but like advantages of and disadvantage if we go for risk of never one product. Today whatever the features you have in your mobile phone are like ended, it's like completed. It's not like that. Day to day, tomorrow after 10 years you may come up with some other feature. Okay, so like that it will be like never ending feature, hard to use with legacy systems. So it requires a system that can be modularized. So developers and customers must be committed to rapid find activities in an abbreviated frameworks. Okay. So these all are nothing but like disadvantages of your rapid application development model, then prototyping model. The thing is like in prototyping looks like rapid application development model, but only the thing is only the difference is like whatever the requirements you are gathering from client, those requirements you will come up with like PPT kind of so PowerPoint presentation like quick design. With that design you will be coming up with PPT. Immediately you will send for client review. He will give his review comments. So you update with your design, then send it to develop. This is entirely different from exactly if you take like waterfall model, V model, or rapid application development model, or even RAD, spiral model. That this is not the case. It's entirely different from all other models. Okay, so in prototyping model, As soon as you gather requirements, you will come up with a quick design and send it to client for review. He will give his review comments. So you update your design according to his review comments. Go for like completing the design, then development, test and release and maintenance. That is what is happening. So during analysis phase itself, that design, that PPT you are coming up with, right? That PPT, what you are calling it as like prototype. That is the reason this model they made it as like prototyping model. Okay, that's the reason they changed this. They named this model as prototyping model. So requirements gathering, there is a prototype you are coming up with, sending it for review, design, then okay. So then implement, test and maintenance. This is nothing but like prototyping model. So will be evaluated by end users at the starting position itself. That means like during analysis phase itself, user will give correct feedback. So developers further refine the prototype. So what are the strengths is like customer can see the system requirements, so more accurate in the product can deliver, allows for flexible design and development. So developers learn from customers. This is important. Okay. So uh, the thing here is like your another agile methodology and all the other models difference is like in waterfall model V model means you'll get a chance to talk with the client very rare, but agile methodology you'll be talking to client daily. Okay, so that means what is the advantage of that one? What customer is expecting from you, you should be having very clear picture, right? So that is a major advantage of like agile methodology. That is the reason most of the clients or projects these days turning to agile methodology. Okay, so here you are talking with the customers more more repeatedly means okay. So developers are not only developers, testers also, okay, will be learning something from customers. So that is a major advantage of like your agile methodology. So clients may want, see you are working with the client means you have to be more sensitive, more perfect. So that is a major drawback of like prototyping model. Clients may want the prototype delivered immediately, so process may continue forever even at this point of time. But the major drawback of agile methodology is like, or even this model, see for simple thing people will be talking. So it's like time wasting stuff. Okay, it's too much time waste. Really, one day 8 hours you are working means 5 hours you'll be spending your time with the speaking. Really 3 hours you're spending time with development activities. But if it is waterfall model, that is not the case. The thing is like before starting with the project, you have 100% clear requirements. Per week once, 1 hour or 20 minutes you'll be spending time with meetings. Remaining 8 hours or remaining all hours productive hours, right? So if you think like that, V model is the best model than agent methodology. But still, see clients are planning, they'll be planning, right? It's really headache kind of stuff. Every sprint they are planning. It's really headache kind of stuff. But people, clients are preferring to go for that one means what you will do? You cannot do anything, right? So this is nothing but like your and another thing is like rapid application development model, agile methodology, sorry, rapid application spiral model, prototyping model. These models when you go for is like whenever you don't have clear requirements. That means like requirements are frequently changing. During that time you go for these three models. But these three models they were merged and come up with a new model, that is nothing but agile methodology. Okay, that is nothing but agile methodology. These three models they were combined and come up with new methodology, that is nothing but like agile methodology. Okay, so these are nothing but like your different models model you have. And another thing is like hmm, That is what I don't have. Okay, just a second. Okay, so this is nothing but like your life cycle models. So only the thing is I have uh, okay, what I'm looking for is like it's process express tool. That is what I do is like I have to download it. It will take too much time again. Okay, so I'll make it ready. Anyway, we have intro questions discussion portion, right? So at that time we'll discuss that one. So process express tool is nothing but like a level by level testing. Okay, so that is very easy. Just 2-3 minutes it will take. It will get finished. But only the thing is I have to download it. It will take too much time. So so anyway, we have intro question discussion. At that time we'll explain. So by the time you have any questions on this one, anybody? Yeah, see client, exactly, only analysis phase. He's not getting involved in all the other phases, only in analysis phase. But all the phases gets involved in your agile methodology, but not in not in prototyping model. Okay, yeah, good question. Any more questions? Yeah, completely with today's session everything done, but tomorrow we have one more session pending, right, with quality center. So once I done with so I have recorded everything, I will share it to you by tomorrow. Okay, okay, any more questions? Okay, that's me. Thanks for your time. Okay, see you then. Okay, tomorrow same time we'll meet. Okay, okay, fine, bye.